Hi, my name is Dr. Ghulam, and this is my story. So, when I graduated from medical college 3 years back, uh, I was really into this NEET PG prep. Like, I wanted to get the PG sheet and I wanted to grow, right? So, I was really deep diving into PG prep. I got the Marrow subscription. I was watching 10 hours a day, every single day, and I was also making notes, everything, the whole shebang. And then, like, I kept doing it, and after like 3 months, I was able to finish the first read of almost all major topics, and like 90% of the course was covered, right? But then I burned out. I couldn't continue, and so I had to take some time off for myself, and that turned out to be 3 years. And last year, I decided I wanted to pursue NEET PG again, and because I realized that I cannot be an RMO or medical officer for my whole life. I have to grow, and I have to do something big. So I decided to go for NEET PG. But the issue was my last experience. One thing I realized: no matter how much I study the first read, it's all gonna evaporate. It's all gonna go away, which really happened. Like, by the time I was in third month and I was finishing all the videos, I had no recollection of the first topic, chapter, or the first subject I studied, right? They were all in my notes. They were not in my brain. So I was like, okay, maybe that was the reality, right? So, but this time I came across rapid revision, BTR, everything. Like, yeah, there's easier way to finish your course and not get burned out in finishing your course or first read, than revising that big chunk of study materials, your notes, and remembering all that stuff, right? So I was like, okay, BTR and rapid revision will do that. But the one thing I had in my mind, like, if everyone is doing BTR and everyone is doing rapid revision, where is the edge? And it was evident from the last two exams that everyone is doing BTR. Like, everyone is reaching the average score. Almost everyone is reaching the average score. The real fight happens in the extra, what you have done, right? The extra could be Q banks, the extra could be who have done PYQs more, like anything. But to really stand out and to really understand, like, where am I in my prep journey, I needed something more, right? So going back to 3 years back, I also came across the concept of spaced repetition and active recall, right? And during my time, I was also exploring Anki, which was the OG, still is the OG of spaced repetition and active recall, right? But don't think that I will recommend Anki, because it has its own pros and cons. We'll talk about that in another video. So I was like used to, and I knew that what this powerful thing is. So this time I was like, okay, we'll do Anki, where I realized Anki has a lot of problems, right? So that's why I was like, oh, we need something better. So that's why last year, when I decided to go for NEET PG prep, I was like, no, I need something else. And as you know, I was also able to learn coding throughout the way, and somehow a little bit of knowledge of coding. So I was like, why not build my own Anki, or like a better version of Anki? So that's when I started building Floww. And it slowly started, as I didn't know much about development, and I was just learned the language a little bit, no real knowledge about development. So I started developing Floww slowly, and it was like around after 6 months I was able to develop the web app, right? and I was really proud of myself. Okay, now 6 months we're gonna study, right? Um, then 6 months passed, and I was like, then like I had to like start studying. Then I was like still not satisfied at like where I was, because I made questions. Then like I said, okay, if I made this, why not make it available for everyone else, right? So then I was like, okay, but will everyone use it? I don't know. Like then I launched the web app, then everyone really liked it. Like the Reddit community was really helpful in giving their honest feedback, and everything was good. But then I had to like run into the problem of what kind of content I'm gonna give. Then I went into like, okay, we did first aid based legacy med bytes, like the flashcards. Then I was like, everyone's like, no, that's like, I was like, okay, that's first aid based, but what is for our NEET PG, right? Because I'm gonna prepare for NEET PG. Then like the idea came into that we will build rapid revision flashcards also, because that will help everyone, right? So then we built rapid revision flashcards, and somewhere along the way I got lost, and I kept building new features after features, and I thought like features would make people use it. The whole idea that if you build a really good product and people will use it, and that was wrong. I needed to like tell people that I have made a product. That's the more important part, along with building a good product, right? So we did that, and finally after like 9 months I decided to go for building an app. Okay, and as you know, like web building is different, app building is different. So like thanks to use of AI, I was able to build the app, and the app is finally live and it's available. So now starts the journey.